Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Zarina binti Hashim. I'm from SMK Mandin in Penang. Today I'm going to present my action research with the title Improving Students' Participation in English Language Classroom using PEDAC during the New Normal. I'm going to start my presentation with the introduction. Students get demotivated when it comes to online learning at home, especially during English lessons, because they are not comfortable with it in the new norm. Students are eager to join and participate actively in a lesson where the use of technical tools and appropriate evaluation are performed during online classes. Now, let us take a look at the purpose and research problem. This study attempted to establish a way for dealing with students' engagement in online learning in a Form 5 class during the COVID-19 pandemic in order to motivate them to participate actively during remote classes. PEDAC, an online learning platform, was created to address the problem and encourage students to participate and engage in online learning. The design of the study. For this study, the participants in this study include 22 students with an average competency level. The data for this action research approach was gathered through observations, the number of grammar and writing activities completed, and the time spent completing all of the exercises. The data was examined using a quantitative method based on the percentage of students' attendance. The study's findings show that active learning pedagogy practices are major motivators for students in online classes to stay engaged during the pandemic, since the number of students joining in online classes increased dramatically after utilizing PEDAC from February to July 2021. Now for the summary and conclusion. Despite the limitations of internet connectivity and device shortages, the findings of this study offer the potential to improve teaching methods in ESL classroom by providing students with more engaging activities. Okay, here I'm going to show you a video on how this PEDAC application is being used in my classroom. Okay, this is one of the examples of lesson that I carried out with my student. If you can see in the first slide, this is one of the pre-lesson activities that I did with my students. Okay, I first asked them a question based on the video that I've already asked them to watch before the class. Then I will be able to see their responses in this platform by clicking at the show response button below the slide. This is another activity where I ask my students to start a mind map by drawing or typing anywhere in the slide. And this is the response from one of my students. Okay, after I asked them to draw a mind map about the topic that we have read or that they have read in the previous activity. Okay, for writing activity, I asked my student to write a story based on the sentence given in the slide. This is one of the example of a story written by student during the class. So I will ask them to type their essay in PEDAC platform during the class. Okay, as we all know, students always get demotivated when it comes to online learning. So this is the data that I gathered from my students from February to March before I did the intervention of using PEDAC. So from this data, it can be seen that we can see that the number of students who attended my classes is only about 13 out of 22 students, and on the 25th of February, the number of students who joined my online classes was only 8 over 22. And the platform that I use with my students are mostly through Google Classroom and WhatsApps. Here in this data, it can be seen that starting from 18th of March 2021, I started introduce PEDIK in my online classes with the integration of Google Meet. Okay, then here if you can see, starting from March 18 until July 15, through Google Meet and PEDIK, I have managed to get my students to join my classes from 12/22 up to 21/22 on the 1st of July. So it can be said that by using this intervention, which is PEDIK, during my online classes with this class, I have managed to get most of my students to join my classes and to do the activities during the classes. That means these students, they are learning and they are doing the activities through online. So the engagement and their participation can be seen tremendously during the class by using this intervention. Okay, this is the graph showing an analysis of students' attendance during home-based learning from February to July 2021 after the intervention of PEDIK. So from February, you can see the attendance has improved tremendously, especially after March, and then slightly go down again, and on June and July it has increased up to 95.5%, the highest. Okay, and then when still the number of attendance increased, but the students need to be motivated to join the online classes. Okay, so here my objective of achieving 60% of students' attendance during my online classes has been achieved. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening.